Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? Hopefully well. So in the last several videos that I've done, I've been showing you guys some of my favorite DIYs that I've been using over the past couple years. But in this video, I actually want to show you, I guess, my stash of DIY things. I also have kind of a stash also of prepared DIYs, but I keep that stuff in my freezer. I don't know, maybe I'll include a picture of that. But mostly what I want to show you is my cupboard in my kitchen where I keep my DIY ingredients, the herbs, the powders, the dry ingredients, really. Also, I have, I guess, one liquid DIY ingredient, which is aloe vera juice, and I keep that in my fridge. You can put it in the freezer too. But most of the things that I consider my actual ingredients, I keep in one cupboard in my kitchen. So I will show you all of those goodies and you can check out what my stash looks like. I've got oils, I've got tools, all of that good stuff. Now, all of that said, just know that I didn't go out and buy all of these things in order to start doing DIYs. I started with just a few and then I grew that over time, right? And that means I don't try to keep all of these containers of things full. Usually I will use something and then maybe I'll change my mind and use a different item, right? So I'll purchase a different oil next time or a different powder. For powders specifically, I started out with just a couple and then I grew that over time. When I learned about different powders that had better benefits for my hair or just different benefits, then I would go ahead and pick those up. Also, it depended on what I could find on my local Indian grocery store. Most of my things come from there. So that means I would go into the store. If I saw something at a good price, I would pick it up and try it. If there was an item I'd kind of been just mulling over, thinking about for a while, and it was available there, then I would go ahead and pick it up. And so I would grow my stash. So I'll try to show you guys all of those items, but just keep in mind, you don't have to start with all of these. Start with a simple amount, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever fits your budget, and that's great. All right, let's head to my kitchen and I will show you guys all of my stash. See ya. Okay, here is my cupboard, you guys. This top shelf is actually for when I'm doing my cold process soaping, so I'm just gonna zoom you in at these two shelves. Here are the dry ingredients that I mentioned, lots of variety for lots of different DIYs. I have some black soap and I have actually 2 new bricks of black soap that I recently picked up at my local African market. Down here I have some of my oils, some other powders and clays and so on, and a few more ingredients that I have bulk size. This is one of several nut milk bags that I have. You can see it's well loved. I use this guy all the time. And I have a whole bunch of wig caps here that I use for straining as well. My huge container of horsetail, lots of flaxseed and fenugreek seed. Back in there we've got some rosemary leaves, cloves, and also a few whole hibiscus. Here I have a huge jar of kaolin white clay. Of course my guar gum, coconut milk powder, and little packets of coffee for one of my DIYs. Here are some of the teas that I use for those tea rinses at the end of my wash day. Red palm oil, jojoba oil, as well as some rose-infused almond oil. Glycerin I always use in thickening my DIY mixes. Black seed oil, black castor oil, and rosemary black castor oil. And of course my Ayurvedic oil. This pure castor oil I usually use in soaping, but I do keep it down here. Some more black seed oil, vitamin E oil, and my peppermint essential oil. as well as citronella, rosemary, and tea tree essential oils. Here are a few new oils that I just recently picked up: sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, some more vitamin E oil, and evening primrose oil. And of course, this is my Ayurvedic oil that I have sitting by my window for a couple months, just infusing. Here is my large jug of sweet almond oil. I use that the absolute most, and that aloe vera juice that I mentioned, I store that one in my fridge. Alright, so talking of the fridge, here are the items that I keep in my freezer. This black soap, some leftover black soap that has the guar gum in it. So those ones I actually did a video on. And these are the cactus pads that I have prepared and frozen, 1 per bag. Then here we have some of the coffee and oats mask. And of course, my clove aniseed and rosemary and horsetail rinse that I use at the end of my wash, aloe vera gel, and my mint and rosemary spritz. So I have all of these frozen and kept in my freezer. Here are a few of the items that I use when I'm putting things in the freezer. These are silicone trays, which are just great. They're really easy to pop out the cubes once you're done. I also use these silicone cupcake liners. So you can fit a lot into one of these little liners and just freeze a nice cube. And my cat is being silly, you guys. She is like into everything. She would not let me get this thing filmed. My goodness. Her name is Coconut. We call her Coco because she looks like a coconut. She's white and a little bit of brown. Still sitting there. My goodness. I don't know what is up with this cat. Anyway, here is another one of the products that I use. This is cheesecloth, and I actually buy these in a big bundle like this. You can see how much is on this roll. It is 15 yards worth, so I use this a lot in straining my DIYs. Super, super handy. If you're going to be doing DIYs, you're probably going to need some cheesecloth. And here are a few more items. This is a new shikakai powder that I found at my local Indian store. Here are the extras of my rose petal leaves, as well as my lavender and some bringraj. This is the original bag that my nut milk bags came in, so I have a couple stored in here. These are some curry leaves that I will be grinding into powder. And then these are jars that I store from store-bought products. So I keep these for when I'm traveling and you need like a little 2-ounce size. These larger ones can hold butters and body butters and so on. So I just make sure to clean out and then store a few of those. This is a small sieve or strainer, and I love this little silicone funnel for pouring things into my applicator bottle. That is perfect. This is a new item to my stash. It is sea moss, and this is supposed to be a great company, so I'm going to be giving this a try in the coming weeks to see how I like it, and if I find some good recipes, I'll let you guys know. This is my Ninja blender that I use all the time when I am blending up any number of ingredients for my DIY mixes, and this works pretty well. This is a new little guy that my sister-in-law got for me. It is a spice grinder. You can use it to grind coffee and things like that too, but I use it to blend up and grind up my DIY ingredients. So I'll show you guys how I use this one for my curry leaves. I have just a little bit of the curry leaf powder still remaining, so I'm going to show you guys how I grind up some more of it. I just fill the canister and then you pop on the little lid. Hold it down and it grinds the leaves for you. So you can just pulse it a few times until you get it to the consistency you want. I want mine to be really fine and powder-like, so this is about how long I do it for. And I'll keep grinding a little bit more. And that's it. It grinds very, very well. You get a nice fine powder out of these leaves. You can do it with fenugreek seed, flax seed, all of that good stuff. All right, that's it. That is a tour of my DIY stash. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Bye.